Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Sunday evening episode of Ted's Booze Cellar with me, your most gracious host, Ted. It is currently 8 to 6 on the 23rd of May 2020. I'm hoping finding you all in a good state of affairs, and if I'm not, then I hope things improve for you very, very promptly. Now, we're going to be taking a look today at something that is along the lines of the previous two drinks we've reviewed. The previous two drinks we reviewed were kind of like sort of fizzy canned-based drinks, and this is along the similar lines, but like in a different vein. Yesterday was a cocktail. The day before that was a seltzer, and then today we're going to be taking a look at a fizzy rosé wine. Particularly, we're taking a look at PinotPinot's Pinot Grigio Pink Fizz. So this is a pink fizzy Pinot Grigio wine, which I'm kind of interested to see, and I've gone past these in the supermarket a few times before, but never really been interested in going for them because I am always really suspicious of wine that's in either a box, bag, or a can. I think in terms of wine, it has to be from either like an urn or like a bottle or something like that. So I'm not really sure what to think of this. I mean, it's reasonably-ish priced. It's £2.25 for a 200 milliliter can. That's 12% alcohol volume from Sainsbury's. So I guess considering the strength of this drink, that's probably a fair enough price, but only time may tell. Still though, out of the three drinks I've reviewed so far this weekend, this one has probably the most boring looking can and packaging. I mean, like, it's just a black writing on a pink background. There's literally nothing much to write home about. It looks handsome though, I'll give it a 6 out of 10 for that, but really nothing to write home about, and that doesn't give me a great impression. But we'll pour it into a wine glass though, as it is a wine technically speaking, and see what our first impressions are with the smell. So you see that it's got a bit of a fizz. It's got an interesting looking hue, I guess. Kind of looks like pink lemonade. Yeah, it just looks like slightly cloudier pink lemonade. I mean, it's got a good look to it, so at least it looks inviting, I would say. Nice chilled frosty cadence it gives to the glass. On the back here it says, everyone loves a bit of Pinot, so we took your favourite tipple, gave it some fizz and put it in a can. You're welcome. Enjoy your can of fizz exactly where you want it. Convenient, lightweight and easy to recycle. And did we mention it's also delicious? The description on the back here seems a little bit full of itself, so that doesn't give me a great impression either. But you know what? We'll give this a fair chance to prove itself. So let's give it a snifter first to see what our first impressions are like. Can't really smell much actually. A little bit grapefruity and tiny bit of a lemony tint. Doesn't really smell much though. So again, I'm going to have to give the smell a 6 out of 10. I can't really smell that much about it, but I've smelled a lot of drinks before that have had very average noses to them, but then they've tasted pretty nice. So let's see what this is actually like, and bottoms up and have a great week ahead to all of you watching at home. Where is this from? Oh, it's Hungary. That's really weird. It's got like this grapefruity taste for the first few sips, and then it's kind of overpowered by this weird vinegary aftertaste. Yeah, it's not a great wine. It's not as bad as the mini vino mini Italian red wine I got recently from Sainsbury's. That was pretty awful. It's definitely not as bad as that, but it's not particularly good either. For the first few sips, it's like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. It's like an average sparkling rosé. Slightly grapefruity undertones with like a slightly raspberry-ish lemony finish. Not too heartwarming, which is kind of what I kind of look for, to be honest, in a rosé. But then it gives you this weird heartburny feeling. Not particularly noteworthy in that sense, but like very minor sort of heartburny-ish texture, and after the first few sips, and then you get this weird sort of like red wine vinegary sort of like flavour. It's weird. It's really odd. That doesn't complement like the light grapefruity, citrusy flavour at all. Like, it's really odd. Generally, overall, I feel like the texture and the flavour are actually quite nice for the first few drip sips, but over time it just gets worse and worse. So you'd either have to take this a couple of sips at a time and then wait ages to drink it, or just not drink it, basically. Yeah, it's bad, but I wouldn't say it's wholesale awful. I'm going to say like a 4 out of 10. I feel like a 4 out of 10 is worth it. It's definitely not worth the price that I paid for this. It's probably closer to being a £1.50 or a £1.30 or so. I feel like if I paid that amount for it, it'd probably be good enough to just take a few cans to like a house party and just pass them out. But even then, it's probably not worth it. You're probably better off just spending like 2 or 3 times as much on a couple of bottles of like Barefoot wine, which again isn't a very good wine, but it's a bit more palatable at least. So yeah, this is pretty rubbish. So yeah, 4 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend. I mean, if you like it, more power to you. But yeah, oh god, I would not have that either on its own, or with some olives, or with like a nice roast chicken. Like, that is just not worth it. But hopefully you guys did like this video. If you did, leave a like, share and subscribe. If you have any suggestions for future episodes of Ted's Booze Cellar, let me know in the comments section down below. And if you want to check out anything else I do online, I'll leave the links to all that in the video description down below. But until next time, have fun, stay safe with whatever you're doing, don't do anything I wouldn't do, wash your hands, take a mask with you to the shops, drink responsibly, know your limits, and I'll see you guys at the bar next time on Ted's Booze Cellar. Right, time to go get myself a beer instead.